Assalamualaikum. My name is Izzah Nadzirah binti Muhammad Yazid. ID number AM19090068181. Okay, today I want to debate my final assessment. I want to do my final assessment. My topic is the impact of COVID-19 on early child education, the unique challenges and strategy associated with remote teaching and learning. That I have focused is online learning, like e-learning during COVID-19. Okay, online learning, it does become more important for education during the time of the worldwide health emergency. Offering the opportunity to remain in touch even remotely with classmates and teacher to follow the lessons. The most evident and widely discussed by expert and policy marks is that socially disadvantaged group face difficult in meeting the basic condition required by online learning. The emerging thematic approaches to analysis reveal teams equality consideration, synchronous versus asynchronous, teaching and learning, social and emotional effect on student, academic impact and effect of parent. The pandemic is impacted the sector in a number of ways, including temporary and permanent. Setting closure, reduce demand place and workforce challenges. As a world education sector move towards a technology-based platform, traditional classes will become obsolete. Education being an essential part of social structure is moving to the internet, and online learning is becoming the new one. In education sector, when more institutes have started conducting online classes, it's both reasonable, anticipated, and challenging to get our head around. Kids, especially kids, because it find it hard to get into the mindset of understanding the benefit of online education and getting used to studying a new environment. There is a range of challenge children face when they are subjected to online classes or remote learning. First and foremost, the first thing we need to take aware the impact of e-learning at home during COVID-19 is isolation. Why we call isolation? Because isolation, like under quarantine, can also undermine many of the instructional strategy that we take of granted in our classroom. Group work, class discussion, and collaborative activity can disappear from the program entirely if we aren't careful. And with them go to associate level of student engagement and rich learning that those experience provide. The first impact is factor is still highly affecting student motivation and learning progress. Being in the classroom, students got used to instant eye-to-eye communication with each others, allowing reacting together, sharing their experience, joking, make non-verbal contact, and strengthening social skill. For many students, a classroom has been a kind stationary, which is now taken away. It's not surprise. Most of the feel isolated, scarred by pandemic, parent jobless, and friend disconnection. Okay, next is lack of interaction. Like a time during online lecture, it's hard to keep students engaged without a teacher physical present and face-to-face contact. Moreover, a key concern is connected to science lab or chemistry or the impossible to put into practice without in-person instruction and courses relying mostly on hand-on work. Okay, for the strategy, they have many ways to engage students during the online lesson, like PowerPoint presentation, PowerPoint presentation, short video quizzes, on-the-go recording, bite-sized learning. Ensuring constant contact, like tracking the progress and giving feedback, is another step to keeping each student engaged. Besides that, it can review from the class relation between teacher and student, and approaching a fair trade-off, like for the first, have a knowledge to the subject that share, that second, and can most of gadget. Okay, the third is faced by teacher related to observation and evaluation. During the COVID-19 pandemic, observation can only made by watching the video or the photo from the Google Meet or Zoom sent by the student parents. As a result, teacher observational activity are very limited. It contrasts to school time. Children can monitor habits such as memorization primarily from morning to noon. The situation is some difficult because the teacher can repeat the routine. The teacher in the class cannot see directly from the video sent whether the child is participation memorization. On the by hand habituation evaluation is case like you make close observation, record all the facts, communicate what happened, and write down your children doing and say. Physical space and distracting element. The space of the kids sit into the study is significant and relevant. A study space encourage learning behavior, minimize distractive elements, and help learners retain the knowledge they have acquired. When getting your kids to learn online, make sure the space they are sitting in the clean has a comfortable sitting arrangement. You can transform a room or space into the online learning space by removing the potential distraction from it and installing device that facilitates the learning process. It also where children can interact with other children, express their ideas, and come together to create their ideas. New project is a class that have them interested in the subject. For the fourth impact for the challenging and the strategy during e-learning is give more motivation essential before introducing online learning to children. We need to prepare for children to be interested to new learning method. Motivation play as an important role in a new venture and just children online learning. One the best motivate children is participate in the project and keep it up with learning and always ask from time to the time. For example, they're not not to understand the concept of the studies, and we can work with them to solve the problem. If you can help them on their own, get them a complete book or the subject, and they can better understand the concept. Online learning is worth it, and you need to teach children is with the time and support them to help overcome difficult concepts. Okay, for the last impact is learning by traditional classes are based on entire learning process with homework and expectation from the children their own homework. However, homework is a slow pacing process for acquiring knowledge because if moving to introduce of technology. Children learn more effectively through action. Not only does it prevent from the spending hours doing their homework, but it also prepares them better for a changing world. Encourage children to put into practice what they have learning. Find a new creative way to apply what they have learning. Don't let creativity run while a limit have a teacher taught your children. Because from the teacher learning, from the teacher subject, we as a parent can download or can give children the games in the tablet or the computer or the laptop by awareness from mother and father, the guidance. As a conclusion, online learning is made new and different, but it's also allowed to take a new environment and supportive and convincing setting. Even if need to facing a challenging, believe that we can do this, manage at the time, we stay focused on the goal, and a great way to stay the best way to the strategy in the online learning during COVID-19. Thank you.